during the week. The big question that you guys all asked going into the week was, how's everybody going to rebound from that last game? And that was a pretty good exclamation point about it. These guys like to practice, they like to play, they're very proud of their play. Except for last week's game, we are just about a touchdown away from being undefeated. That last week's game threw a wrench into that idea, but this team has been good, really fun to coach, hard-working. We had guys that, might have in a different era opted out of this game. Markus Wheaton was hurt, spent all week in the training room, got himself ready to play. Brandon Cooks was hurt, got ready to play, and then we basically pulled him back pretty early today. And then Jordan Poyer, like I said, in a different time and different people, they might not have even tried to play at this stage of the season in a game like this. And that shows the leadership that we've had this year. Those guys are big-time guys, and they're big-time players. So we are excited to now look forward to where we're going to go for our next game.
Would that be 2010 or 2011, that different time?
What's that?
You said that different time. Would that be 2010 or 2011?
No, I don't think so necessarily. It could have been any. You could pick any situation, and you could see where. This was a strange scenario, right? This was a game that's normally played the first game of the year against an opponent that's a lower division, and I thought it was great that Nicholls still wanted to play and come out here because it's good for you. You get 12 games, you might as well play them, and I'm glad we played it. And it was really good for us to get past that last game last week, and that game today should be good for us getting ready for our bowl game.
What was it like to watch Markus get that?
I loved it, and I didn't even know he was on the verge of breaking that record until somebody said something a couple days ago. I think that's maybe when I first heard it, because I think that record was just broken, wasn't it? James broke it. So anyway, Markus Wheaton is a wonderful guy. You guys all know him. He is a great example of this team because he's grown up a lot. He's always been a good guy, and he's always been a fast guy. And now he's a good, fast, good receiver guy. And he really has worked hard to know the game better. And you can tell Markus something, and he uses it, and gosh, he's been fun. And then he's just been a great student athlete, too. I mean, he goes to Guatemala with that group of Beavers Without Borders and builds a house with a group of student athletes. It's pretty neat. He's embraced all of college. He's a great representative of this university. Proud of him.
Going through what you went through last year, how special has this season been for you?
Really good. We that stay in this for a long time experience every kind of year, right? I mean, it's just the way it is. 37 years of coaching and seen it all. Championship years, tough years, and so it just makes you feel good to be with a whole bunch of people that worked hard to turn it around, and really, it's fun, in our world to see development. We're here to help our players develop, in all ways. But the part that you all get to see is the football part of it, and so I think our coaches just did a great job of working with these kids, and part of that is really hard to do when you're entering a season coming off of a 3-9. It's hard to find any confidence, so it's up to the coaches to try to instill that initial confidence in players so that they can get that first couple wins and get their own confidence in what they're going to do, and our team did that this year.
You've had some really talented teams. What sets this team apart maybe from some of those other ones?
Oh, I don't know. I think maybe it's what they had to overcome sets them apart. The adversity that they went through a year ago, and that they didn't just fold their tent and give up on everything and everybody. They just went to work. I think that might be the one thing, Brandon, that is special about this group. Pretty unique characters at a young age to be able to do that. Not many adults can handle things like that. So I think it's really been an easy group to coach. Fun. I think starting off that season against Wisconsin, but then I think the big win for this team might have been going to the Rose Bowl and beating UCLA. I really, because we all know they ended up being a pretty good team, and that win early for this Beaver team was big.
Mike, you got bowl eligible early in the season, but is it surreal to you to go from 3-9 to 9-3 now, and you're going to go play in a good bowl game?
Yeah.
With a good opponent?
Yeah, really exciting. Really fun year. All of it's been fun too, and we've had some kind of strange stuff happen, even because the quarterback deal got a little bit weird there for a bit, but you guys saw today that they both can play, and I'd planned to play them regardless of the circumstances, just put Cody in, and I didn't think there'd be any disruption in what we did, and there wasn't, and that takes some doing too, and that's a sign of both Cody and Shaw and their work and getting ready and then being able to respond to it too and perform. It was good.
Bowl game, who are you looking at as quarterback now that they're both healthy?
I don't know yet. I think that that's better left for a longer thought.
Jordan Jenkins gets in his final game, scores, then he gets hurt.
Yeah,
maybe the only negative was he. Okay?
I'm really worried about that. I don't know the final thing yet, but I don't think it's very good. I doubt if he'll be able to play in that bowl game. He's got one game left too, I guess.
Mike, lots of young guys.
Yeah.
A lot of playtime today. Fun
Yeah.
for you guys to watch as coaches on the
In a
side.
game like that, that's one of the things you just don't want it to start looking real sloppy. And I've been proud of the two games we've had lately that they've been able to go in and make it look like football still. I think Richie Harrington goes in and does a nice job. And then I think the runners, I thought we made plays defensively and hit hard. Guys were ready to go. I think that's pretty unique. Because a lot of times you get in a deal like that and you start substituting, which we did pretty early, and then it looks sloppy, and then you really don't feel good about a game you should feel good about. It's a weird feeling for a coach, but I'm really glad these guys just went in and kept playing.
Mike, going back to Markus, you said you weren't aware of it until a few days ago. When you found out, did you kind of close the playbook for a little bit and say, just feed Markus?
Well, I made sure he caught a couple to get his record and then get him out of there. Is what we did today when I knew we were close today. But I thought it would be good to do it in front of the home crowd. When I found out we were close where he was today, then that's when we made sure he caught a couple more balls and got him out.
It's the biggest one-year turnaround in the history of the program. Was that a reasonable expectation for you going into this season with this group?
Yeah. That's a tough one because the reality of going into this year was it was a mystery, and that's the best I can say. I love the group. I think I told lots of people, including many of you, that there was a good vibe about this team, but that's about all I knew, and because you shouldn't make any real big, bold statements when you were 3-9. You just see what's going to happen a little bit, and so I don't know. That was a hard one to answer. Sure, we all have confidence in that we're going to do well, but the reality of it is you got to go do it. And I guess I go back to beating Wisconsin and UCLA early was really good, really, really good for this group.
Mike, regardless of whether it's Alamo or Holiday, it's going to be the Big 12 conference.
Yeah.
What do you like about them? Obviously, a unique deal with a lot of high-powered offenses there.
I think it's great to be going to a really good bowl game, and you're talking about two great cities, and I just encourage wherever we go, all the Beaver fans, we travel so well anyway. Those are great trips, and that's going to be a great opponent, and so we're just excited to get to be we wanted to put an exclamation on this game really, to say, hey, we got to solidify the opportunity to go to one of these two games, and because I had no idea what would happen if we would have lost this game today. We would have, I don't know where we were going to play. I didn't want to really think about that, but I did way too much. And And so we're just really glad, and I think you're right. We're going to have a great opponent. We're going to be in a great city. It's a great place for our fans to go to. It's really neat. Really, really proud of this team.
Is Cooks okay, Mike? Did you guys just pull him as a preventative?
He is
measure?
absolutely okay, and he got so much better that we went into yesterday. The last thing I said to him is just, I said, what do you think? And he said, oh, I want to play. I haven't missed a game before. And so I said, well, let's just see what it's like in the pregame warm-up and see if you can play. And then it looked like he could. And then after we got going and scored early, we didn't even try to put him back in. And now he'll have a lot of time to really get healed up for the bowl game.
So no practice
This week. No
So when will
practice.
you guys have practice?
We're going to start practicing a week from Monday.
You vacation in San Antonio, correct? Seems like it'd be an easy transition there, wouldn't it? Walking out.
Yes, it sure would. It sure would. That would be pretty nice. Spend a little time there before. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for everything you've done this year. Appreciate that.